everyone isn't made to be an entrepreneur, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. But first, let me tell you a story. So, my bad. On graduation day, they had us all stand up based on like what career we were going to pick. Um, and I was just thinking about this the other day because it was crazy. So it was about 300 to 400 people there. So I want to say I don't really know how many people it was, but like a lot of people stood up for college. A lot of people stood up for the workforce. A lot of people stood up for the military. But when they say entrepreneurship, I stood up and shit. Didn't see nobody in front of me stand up at all. I was probably on the seventh row, and it was about probably like 20 rows or some shit like that. Probably, yeah, probably that much. Um, and I didn't see nobody stand up in front of me. I turned around. There was only three people standing up behind me. So it was a total of four people. And that made me realize that everybody not built for this. And I really don't even mean that in a disrespectful way. Because the truth is, out of the four of us that stood up that day, only one of us or two of us are gonna, actually make it in the entrepreneurship world. And that's definitely gonna be me. I'm gonna be one of those. I don't really give a fuck who else, you know. But I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, and I'm not saying that they don't have like they're not smart enough or lucky enough to make it. It's just like the durability. You know what I mean? Like people, that's all it really takes with entrepreneurship. You gotta be willing to go through years of pain with this shit. You know what I mean? Like, um, fuck. Like you're gonna have to go through years of fucking failing, or it just depends. Like shit, you might fail a couple months and then succeed the same year in what you do. But most people can't handle that. They quit. They quit either the first week, the first month, or the first year, or they just quit even like after a while, like after a couple years, they maybe do it for 3, 5 years, and they quit. And if you quit, you're never gonna make it. And don't get me wrong, being an entrepreneur is great. You get to be your own boss, you get to make your own money, get freedom. That's the best thing of all. Freedom. That's my most important goal. But my bad. What most people don't see is what it actually takes. And that's why most people never start. Or they start and quit. So in this video, I want to break it down why entrepreneurship isn't for everyone and what it really takes if you want to do it. So if you've been thinking about starting a business, watch this video first. If this sounds like you, well, if this sounds like something you won't want to go through, don't even think about a business because you're not gonna, withstand it. So reason number one, most people want comfort, not uncertainty. Entrepreneurship is very uncomfortable a lot of times. Like I would say 80% out of the times, like building your business is uncomfortable. And then probably when you get up there where you actually make it with your business, it'll probably be like 50% because it's still, you should never get comfortable with your business ever work and fail. So there's no guaranteed paycheck. There's nobody telling you what to do. There's no structure unless you create it. Most people say they want freedom, but they don't want the pressure that comes with it. And that's not a bad thing. It's just the truth. So reason number two is discipline is required, not motivation. A lot of people think they just need motivation, but motivation comes and goes. I mean, how can I put this? You can be motivated for a week, blah blah. Your brand start going up, your business start going up. Then you take a break. You're like, I deserve a break. I deserve to lay down. I deserve to watch this movie or whatever. That one day turns into 2 days. That 2 days turns into 3 days, and that 3 days turns into a whole week, and then you're back off track because you lost your motivation. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. Entrepreneurship is built on discipline. Like you have to do the work even when you don't feel like it. That's the majority of your business. Like it's kind of like a job, but it's not because you get freedom. It's literally yours. That's the whole point of it. Because you get your freedom, but it's still basically your job. But you have to put 100% effort into it. It's going to be you have to be able to do full time for your shit. Like, you know what I mean? Um, Staying consistent. You have to stay consistent when nothing is working. And let's just be honest, most people aren't going to do that because they see all these people on the internet with the Shopify dashboards. They see the Shopify dashboard. They see $10,000, $100,000, $1,000,000. You see what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, that seems so easy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do drop shipping or some shit. They try drop shipping. First product don't work. They were like, okay, let me do some more research. They said the first product won't work anyway. They try 2, 3 more products. Oh my God, these products not fucking working. This drop shipping shit don't working. I mean, this drop shipping shit don't work. And then they fucking move on. They either continue or they just quit the entire thing because they don't see any results, and that's okay. You might not see results in the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. If you're not willing to go into this shit for 10 years without seeing results, you're not ready for entrepreneurship. Let's just keep it a being. Reason three. No, like we was just talking, no fast results. This is where most people fall off. They try something for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and then they don't see results and they quit. Like I just said. But in reality, success takes way longer than most people expect. Like I just said. And if you can't stay in the game long enough, you'll never see results. That's the main problem. That's the main like thing with entrepreneurship. You have to be willing to stay in the game for very long. And if you don't think you can, if you don't think you can stay in the game for 10 years without seeing anything, any dime back, then don't don't come into this shit. I promise you, it's not gonna go in your favor. It's not quick money. Don't think about quick money. Just think about building something to help people, or just build like I don't know, just build a product that people would want, that people need or want. Reason four, you have to learn real skills. Making money isn't random. It comes from skills. It comes from sales, content, marketing, branding. A lot of people don't want to go through the process of learning these. They just want the results. I wish I would have learned sales and marketing. Well, sales, marketing, and content and brand. I wish I would have learned all that shit before I started my brand. Instead of learning as I go, I really wish I would have did that. Because I did, but I thought I thought I knew everything, but I don't know everything. I messed up by like not having my niche in my head. You know what I mean? But reason five, your environment matters. So when I say environment, um, I don't mean just like your house, your city or whatever. I mean, um, so basically, if everyone around you is okay with being average, then that becomes your normal. And it's hard to think bigger when your environment doesn't support it. So the people around you, they have to be like-minded people. I'm not saying you have to cut people that aren't like-minded people off. You don't need to, but you need to hang around like-minded people, like people that you want to be, that you want, like I don't know how to explain it, that you see making it with you. You know what I mean? You need to surround yourself with people like that. If you don't know where to find them, um, just like try to get to some clubs or whatever. Like maybe like a golf club or some shit. Or what's that? What's that? I forgot what it's called. Or yeah, I don't know. You can find like-minded people anywhere. You can find them online, Discord and some shit. They have money making Discords where people just talk about what they do, blah blah blah. Just surround yourself with very like-minded people. I promise you, your whole mindset is going to change because once you see that person doing they shit, you're gonna get you're gonna I wouldn't say pissed. You're not gonna get pissed. Maybe you will. I don't know, but you're gonna get motivated, and then that's what's gonna bring you to the discipline. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's not just one reason. It's a combination of the things like comfort, lack of discipline, quitting early, not building skills, and that's why most people don't make it. And again, this isn't to put anyone down. I promise you. If you guys aren't willing to go through years of no success, there's nothing wrong with that. You can work a job. I promise you, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Just me personally, I can't handle the job. I fucking hate jobs, bro. I would rather my freedom. I'm trying to retire by the time I turn fucking 30. So I've worked super fucking hard, you know. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with choosing a different path. You can, you can go to the army, workforce, blah blah blah. Just do you, man. Do what makes you happy. You do not need to be an entrepreneur if you don't want to. You don't have to be like everybody else because everybody wants to be. Not everybody, but a lot of people want to be an entrepreneur, and a lot of people won't make it, and that's okay because they just weren't built for it. I believe in destiny, and their destiny wasn't that. You know what I mean? You just need to understand what comes with entrepreneurship because it's not easy, but it will be worth it. Like what you gain will be worth if you're willing to stay consistent. So if you do want to be an entrepreneur, just keep in mind that it could take you 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years before you see any fucking dime. If honestly, let me say something else before I end this video. If it's taking you over 10 years, depending on it just depends on what you're building. Say if you like building a clothing brand or some shit, right? If it take you over 10 years, like like say if you've been in a clothing brand like me, if it take you over 10 years and you haven't seen a dime, I genuinely would suggest switching your, you know, your business. But that don't mean quit, you know what I mean? If you're built for this entrepreneurship, you'll do whatever it takes to get through it. And if you stay on that path, you'll be locked in. That's all I got to say to y'all boys today. I didn't want to make this video too long. I appreciate you guys for watching. Peace out.